Welcome back to National Report. Artist Julian Raven was inspired to create an 8-foot by 16-foot portrait of President Trump. And he wants to have it commemorated in the Smithsonian Institute's National Portrait Gallery, alongside artwork of former President Barack Obama. And the Institute has refused to display Mr. Raven's art, and now he's taking the Smithsonian to court. Hopefully to the Supreme Court. Joining us now is artist Julian Raven. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Bob. How are you?
I am great. I hope you are as well. What made you, is this a painting? You know, I'm not an artist. My daughter draws and everything, so I don't even know the right term. But is it a painting? What made you paint it the way you did? And what do you think makes it special?
Well, I started, obviously, way back in 2015, just after Donald Trump announced his candidacy up here in New York. Although I'm in Virginia now, but in New York, we were very excited because he had once shown interest in becoming governor and did not follow through with that because of issues at the time. And that was a little disheartening. So when he showed interest to run for president, that was like, OK, this is great. And being familiar with the Shepard Fairey Obama Hope poster story, I was like, hey, this could be a good thing for an artist. But then I thought at the same time, there's so much controversy swirling around him that I thought maybe it's not such a good thing either, because it could really pigeonhole one's career. So a sort of, a delay happened in this process. July 9th, 2015 came, and I was looking at a picture of Donald Trump on my computer screen and listening to him speak, and he was being bold and courageous. And I see the words in my mind, unafraid and unashamed, and a bald eagle swooping down to catch a falling American flag that was like on a flagpole. It was falling to the ground. And in sort of like a rescuing action, this eagle swoops in. And so I see the face, unafraid and unashamed, and this swooping eagle saving this falling American flag. Pretty simple imagery. And that stayed with me then for probably 5 weeks as I was doing other things, and I was not sure if I was going to paint this. But a series of other things happened that would compel me to paint this painting.
Okay, and so it's behind you now. So that's the eagle swooping down. I don't know if you can point to it and show us exactly what you have.
This is obviously a print copy of the painting, but the composition, as you can see, it's a layered symbolic painting is what came out of it. The basic composition is the portrait, which in its original size is 7 feet tall. The finished painting is 8 feet with the frame, but it's the canvas. It's a stretch canvas. It's an acrylic on canvas, 7 feet tall, 15 feet long, 16 feet with the frame. And so the main elements in the composition were the face. And then it was as if this is the vision. This is the dream of Donald Trump, this aggressive eagle snatching and rescuing this falling, decaying flag that's going on. And you have to see the painting close up and in person, but it's layered in symbols. There is the
okay. I'm going to stop you there and just get to the Smithsonian thing. They said they wouldn't display it. Is it possible they just didn't like the work, or you think it was a political response? And assuming it was political, what's the status of the case?
Well, after Donald Trump won November the 8th, 2016, it was then, now what? And I did feel compelled to apply to the Smithsonian. People across the country had said, this should be in the Smithsonian. And so when I applied, and I wrote a 22-page letter with public letters of recommendation by Congressman Tom Reed and Senator Tom Amara, and New York elected officials from all over New York State all recommended the painting be given due consideration to be hung as a tribute, only a 30-day tribute to Donald Trump for the inauguration, like the Obama Hope poster was. And I got a personal call from the director herself, basically blasting me and expressing her political anti-Trump bias and saying, no, it's too political, it's too pro-Trump, it's too big, and all these arbitrary excuses. And then she says it's no good. And I was
You're talking the U.S. Supreme Court? That's
the U.S. Supreme Court. Yeah. It's on the docket. It is waiting for the green light from the justices that it become a considered case. It's an unprecedented case, and I believe it is completely qualified to be taken by the Supreme Court.
Okay, so it's been submitted. We'll see. Aren't you English? What makes
I originally was English. I became a citizen.
What makes you such a patriotic American that you're going to draw the president and an eagle swooping in?
Oh, I fell in love with America. It's like a romance for me.
Well, based on what? Why do you have a romance with it?
Being here all these years, falling in love with the history of our country, the story, the way that God is woven into American history, the incredible courage of the men and women who founded our nation, the ideas, the dream that America is. It just fit like a glove in my life, and I just, I fell in love head over heels.
Well, that is great.
In 2015.
Yeah, a lot of Americans could stand to think of it that way. Thank you very much, Julian. Appreciate you being with us today. Julian Raven